Hello there, and welcome to rvthereyet, the movie. Alright, so I like to record what I play to just kind of keep me focused on the game that I'm playing, so I don't just focus on what I'm playing, and my friends know this. So they want to play a game called rvthereyet. It's a game where you drive an RV through a mountain range, and try not to destroy it. Real test of friendship kind of stuff. So as the time of me editing this, the game came out about a week ago. By the time you guys see it, it'll probably be closer to 2 weeks. But they wanted me to record the game while we play it, and try to edit it. Although I'm not very good at editing, so we'll see how this goes. This game was extremely fun to play. We will definitely play other games like this, but there was a lot, and I repeat, a lot of swearing. Roll the clips.
Guys, fuck that.
Mines are here, watch
Fuck
out.
you! I did that shit better. Run that shit.
Today's lesson, we will practice a calming and healing ritual passed down by the ancient
You guys look so fucking
Stop it, put me down.
Jesus fucking
Watch out for the
Christ.
rock. Turn this way.
What the fuck?
The fuck?
What the
There's
fuck?
a bird pulling you guys up.
What
Come
the
back.
fuck?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my fucking
That's where I gotta
God,
go.
This is
Fuck
I'm fucked.
Oh, we're back to
I
the
remember
spot.
this part.
You fucked up.
I fucked up big time last time.
Good luck
I
now
don't
without
know.
taking damage.
I took no damage. Dumb bitch. Trust me, bitch. What do you not understand by stop? Holy shit.
Oh. Jesus fucking Christ.
Alright, well that was only a small portion of the actual swear clips in the 10.5 hours of recording. Most of the swear clips in the entire recording probably won't make it through editing. Some probably will. There will be other small like compilations of clips, like telling my friend to get off his phone, or telling my other friend to do his homework in like day 3. But we will see what actually makes it through editing as I go through editing this entire thing. This is going to take me like a couple days to edit, as I got 10.5 hours of footage to go through. So with that over with, let us begin rvthereyet, the movie. So beginning on day 1 kind of starts off slow. There's no real audio to be used as my Discord audio wasn't being recorded at the time, so it's mostly just background footage to say, oh, we did this. In all seriousness, we kind of just had a quick laugh, threw each other around. We didn't really get on the road and start driving for like 5-10 minutes. We had to look around, had to look at the cosmetics that were hanging on the rock in the lake, and started just putting stuff in the RV. Alright, when we were done putting stuff in the RV, we kind of just stood around, talked for a few minutes before we even got on the road, and then we read the manual. The manual showed some interesting things about how the game works and what you can actually do inside the game. For starters, you can hold your mouse buttons down and like control and point and stuff. Or you can ping with the mouse button, hold control and move your mouse, holding buttons to like move your arms, and use emotes to give certain commands and show certain signs of stuff. There's also attach points on the RV to attach things like the things on the roof, the cabinets inside, you can attach stuff. And then here we are to the best page. You can push the RV with F and drink beer to get strong, or whatever the illustration says. I think it says you can get strong, but we said lift rocks while playing the game, but we failed to lift rocks while playing the game. You can also drag the cigarette to run faster. Alright, once I was done reading that page, I switched to the next, where it shows the damage or health bar of the RV. It has... Oh, hold on, we gotta show my friend the illustrations first. That won't be long. Alright, as I was saying, the damage to the RV is in sections like tires, body, engine, stuff like that. And once the whole bar fills up, the RV explodes. And then it explains the winch a little bit, which is pretty simple, just drop and drag. So with the menu out of the way, we started to get on the road. Finally. I'm only going to show a short clip of driving here because I don't want to just complicate the footage by just showing all driving stuff. So we kind of just got over this hill, and then I believe we paused and had to look around at the scenery, and then we continued driving on until we met a unwelcomed guest, which I will show here shortly. So coming up on our supposed destination, it appears Route 65 was closed due to a rock fall. We then proceeded to not know how to put planks on the RV, and soon we will kill the RV with these so-called planks that we don't know where to place. Here's that unwelcome guest I mentioned. It's a bear. While my friends don't have audio in this clip, I would definitely say what they're saying. They were kind of screaming bear. I said it once in the footage, I'm not going to make it in, but they were kind of screaming bear repeatedly. So this bear does a lot of damage to the RV if you're not careful and not driving. We didn't know this. So the bear ends up damaging the RV entirely. I will throw a picture of the damage, well, final damage, on screen here momentarily. And the RV kind of blows up here. We're stuck for whatever reason, and planks are bugging out the RV, and it flips and goes kaboom. That was the first destruction of the RV. And it definitely won't be the last destruction of the RV. I will put a death counter in the footage while I'm editing. So after making our way back up here through the mountains after our death, we made it to our first checkpoint. Well, first or second checkpoint, one of the two, where you can just kind of get supplies and prepare your gear. We stood around for a minute, got some stuff, and then we continued driving on down the range. We eventually came to our first obstacle, which is like a little twin beam bridge made of wood, and then got greeted by another bear or unwelcome guest, whatever you want to call them. So I kind of just gunned it across the bridge. So after making it across the bridge, we drove further across, came across our real first obstacle where we had to make it across like some rocky terrain. This took more attempts than I would like to admit. I think it took us like 6 tries of refacing logs, and then we eventually died here and had to do it all again. You'll see the death in the future right after we get across this rock. So this rock took many attempts. We could not get the placement of the planks right, which you'll see a clip right here. Yep, there it is. We failed multiple times getting the planks right. We eventually got it right and got across the rock, and went a little further and eventually got to like a impasse where we had to go up a mountain one way or up a mountain another way, and neither way was efficient really. So here we are at the impasse. There's one out in front of us that looks like we could winch our way up, and one to the right behind us that has mud on it, which makes it kind of hard to get up. So we try both, and we end up going to the second method of mine, which I say winch across or winch up the mountain. That works to some extent, but ends up destroying the RV, which we'll see here momentarily, like so. So after death number 2, we ended up running our way back there. We did way better than the planks this time, getting across that rock. And we ended up taking the second route, which we tried the first time. We just did way better this time, where we winched ourselves up a tree and just pulled our way up, which seemed to work a lot better than just trying to get up there. So we eventually made it to the top and made it to a garage where we could repair the body with a welding tool. So after making it up to the garage and repairing the body and the whole of the RV, we continued on our path. After going on our way, we ended up coming across our next big obstacle. Is a small bridge with the jump that's broken, has 2 planks as ramp. It's a small jump, but at first gear it's not going to work. My friend forwarded in first gear. Don't know why he didn't switch, but we ended up falling to the bottom of the ravine. That clip will show up next. So as you can see, the RV is at the bottom of the ravine, and it's taking water damage as we speak, so it's going to end up blowing up right about now. There it is. That's death number 2 apparently. I wasn't keeping count. The counter is clearly keeping count. So we ended up making our way back to the bridge, and I ended up jumping it this time. And I did not forward in first gear. I forwarded it in 3rd or 4th, I think. And then I ended up making it across in one piece without taking any damage. Unlike my friend here, who I don't know who was driving at the time. But as you can see, we made it across. So we kept driving forward, and we came to a little like water crossing where we had to float across in like some kind of machine, which in the end didn't make all the difference. We ended up dying shortly after making it across the water at like the next obstacle. We failed the jump, or failed to get through the jump and stuff, so I'm not going to throw any of this stretched between now and that death, because we're just going to show from day 2 footage where I can use Discord audio of us arguing and bickering and talking to each other if I need to. So that is going to be the end of day 1, and I will see you all in day 2. So that was the end of day 1. Out of the 2.5 hours of footage of day 1 I actually had, I only ended up using like 6 minutes and 20 something seconds of it. So I might throw some other clips in the end of the video. We'll see how long this is after I'm editing it. But anyways, that was the end of day 1. Let's get into day 2 here momentarily. Alright, welcome to day 2, where I can use Discord audio to kind of explain what happened. Here momentarily we'll have a clip.
Fuck that.
Like so. So yeah, the start of day 2 is really just the ending of day 1, but repeated. We make it across the water via the mechanism like you see there. It's on the other side now. And it's mostly just windy paths from here on out till we make it to the giant ramp, which played in the corner of the end of day 1. But mines were a new addition, which will definitely screw us over later on a later chapter. But yeah, this little elevator thing kind of just leads to the giant ramp where I fail at parkour and stuff on day 1, which I'm not going to show. But day 2 I did a lot better on the parkour. Alright, the parkour in front of you is for the melon hat, which was with me for the rest of the game. I believe you all have it by the end. But the clip that follows this is the giant ramp jump you saw at the ending of day 1's footage. I'm going to leave my mic silent for that and let the Discord audio play because they were having a laugh at it. So yeah, see you in the jump.
Run that shit.
More regular
Run that shit.
Winch off.
We should close all the windows.
passed down by the ancient
Alright, there's the jump. So most of this after the jump is like windy mountain roads for like the next hour, hour and a half, so I'm not going to show much of that. Alright, so we eventually came to an impasse of like one road that was mud and one road that they didn't want me to drive, but I said I'll drive it anyways. So I ended up getting saved by a winch, not a big deal, but we did make it across in the end. So we ended up coming to like a tunnel type thing, which led to a wildfire. We kind of paused here for a minute, had to look around at the water and stuff. My friend wanted to leave my friend here, so he tried to leave, but we stopped him anyways. But anyways, we made it to a wildfire, as you can see here. We ended up getting to fire extinguisher to put out fires and stuff. Kind of different mechanics than we've faced before. Nothing crazy. And then we made it to the next garage or checkpoint, whatever you want to call it. Then we made it to the next stretch of the game, the cave area. Dark, no light, flares are semi-useful, and that's really about it. Some lava. We ended up dying here once. That was like the only death of day 2, I believe. So not much truly happened. We just kind of made our way through the cave slowly. So there was one small jump in the cave area. You'll see the clip in a moment. I want to leave my mic off for that and just show the Discord audio.
Oh, I can see him coming full speed.
Hit a rock. Hit a rock.
You fucking suck!
It went to 5th gear instead of 3rd and hit a rock, dude. I kid you not.
Please, no!
So I kind of explained what happened there in the clip while I was talking over in my actual recording, but I hit a rock when it was switched to 5th gear instead of 3rd, and I hit a wall. I made it across the 2nd time just fine with a little bit of body damage, and I ended up dying to parkour again, and my friends fell off the bridge into the lava. So they end up dying here because they can't get it unstuck. So I will show the death clip in a minute, but as you can see, it's very funny in spectator mode. They die right here after he's done messing around. See? Death. So that's going to be a death counter. I think that's number 4. So we repeated everything up until that point and a little further on until my friend got the RV stuck on a rock. We used the little door right there where my friend was levering up from the outside, connected to the winch to give the RV lift and lift it across. My friend had the idea, very smart, very good idea. Actually helped with the lift, honestly, because without that we probably would have just flipped it over like on top, so it worked nonetheless. Then we got to like some kind of tightrope lava course that I ended up driving just fine. So the fire tightrope lava obstacle course wasn't that hard. It was probably the hardest thing I've driven so far, but definitely won't be the hardest thing I will drive in this game. It was pretty simple, made it across just fine. Then we made it to possibly our hardest objective. It's a spiralish room with obstacles going up the side walls, as you can see, that I did not drive. I requested not drive because I didn't feel like doing it. My friend drove it. He did actually pretty good up to about halfway where he fell off, which you'll see here momentarily. We ended up just winching it back up instead of resetting. So at this halfway point, there was a welding tool to repair the body, as well as I think some scrap metal and a couple other things in case you damaged your RV along the way up, which we did not, I don't think. Right out here is when my friend got stuck and fell over the edge. He fell into another platform that was below him, so we just switched him back onto the platform and drove back up. We eventually made it back up to the top, where we stood still and eventually just had a brief break and went down the hill slowly, so we didn't screw anything up because there was a checkpoint right in front of us. Alright, here we are rolling up to the checkpoint. This is going to be the end of day 2. We only died once in day 2, which I think is pretty good. We made it to like 5 or 6 checkpoints, something like that. But that's going to be the end of day 2, and I will see you all in day 3 momentarily. Alright, so now that day 2 is over with, either 3 hours and 15 minutes of day 2 footage I had, or I only ended up using like 5.5 minutes of it, which isn't really all that much. So there's a lot left over that's not used, because it's mostly just us driving upon windy mountain roads for most of day 2. It's really all it really was. But we're going to roll into day 3. Day 3 is split into 2 parts, because we played 2 different times today. We played in the morning and at night. So day 3, we're kind of down a man for most of it, so it's mostly 2-man squads instead of 3-man squads, because one of them had homework, the other one had connection problems. So it got done slowly, but done nonetheless. So let's roll into day 3 now. Alright, quick disclaimer before we get into day 3. I had to take a huge break, like a month and a half long break from editing this. I got up with schoolwork and other stuff. I wasn't really on during that time. Kind of played some games at night, that's about it. So I was unable to get this done when I wanted to get it done. So I'm back to finishing out before the new rvthereyet update on the 16th. So I don't really remember what happened while we played this. I don't remember really much. I'm kind of going off of what I have in footage and what I have set aside to put into the video. So that is all. Just bear with the worst quality on the day 3 and day 4 footage. That's about it. Alright, welcome to day 3. As I said in the previous clip, I don't really remember what happened. It's been a while since I've edited this and played the game. My memory doesn't really serve me well most of the time, so I'm gonna try and voice this over the best I can, to the best of my abilities. We start off by just driving up a mountain. I know we come to a drop here in a moment. I believe we say something about it.
Wait, I should have gunned it, bro. That would have made such a funny fucking clip. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, that drop. We did say something about it. And here we are at the worst part of the game, the eagles. They dive down, swoop, and pull you up, and make you take a bunch of fall damage. Not very fun. We died here multiple times. Most of our deaths were here. So, as you can see here, the bird grabs me. This won't be the last time. I think I died to it twice, maybe once. And we kind of just set away up across the road we're going. We have to put some planks and survey ahead, and we get stuck here. We end up having to winch ourselves off and deal a lot of damage to the RV in the process. So, there's the bird again. The very friendly birds. Let's hope they're not in the new map. So, I believe we all die here. This is their death in the death counter. I think it's death number 5, but I'm unsure. Yep, there's the death. So that's death number 5. Alright, that's our death. When we spawn back in, we kind of are at the aftermath of an eagle. So I'm gonna let this clip roll and just kind of show you how we dealt with the eagle, or what happened when we were trying to deal with it. Alright, so that was the aftermath of the eagle. Here we are trying to winch the RV to a plank. It's not going to end well. I believe we die. Yes, there it is. We die. That's death number 6. So, after this, I don't know where we left off after this, actually. Oh, this is where we left off. Another death. We were stuck, so we ended up just, resetting. Yeah, there's a reset the checkpoint button, but we didn't know this at this time. So, death number 7. So after this death, the footage is going to cut quite a bit because it's pretty much the same thing. I didn't really think we needed to put it back in again. So we're going to die here in this next clip. Well, we didn't die, but I'm going to count it as death only because we would have had to reset the checkpoint to fix it anyways. So, death number 8. Alright, welcome to the second half of day 3. We're back where we left off in the previous clip, but we're going to hopefully do it better this time. Let's see. No, not really any better. We still fell. Alright, so that is going to be death number 9. Kind of. Well, in the next clip we do end up making it across. Right here, this is us making it across that little moving bridge thing. We're currently down a man. I believe one of us is experiencing technical difficulties with connection. So, I think it's just the 2 of us. So, here we are at this area. I don't actually know what this area is. I think it's the swamp, maybe? Might be the swamp that went across. Yes, that is exactly what it is. So, this is a pretty pain area to do. You have to kind of follow an invisible bridge underwater. One of you have to scout it out, one of you have to drive. Kind of tedious, if you will. Nothing really happens going through the swamp. We're kind of down a man. It's just the 2 of us navigating our way through tediously. So I'm going to cut to when we're past it. Alright, so here we are across the swamp. We're at like a lift kind of situation. It's like 3 lifts in a row that we have to drive across. One of us gets stuck down there and he can't jump back up, so we have to. One of us has to go down and rescue him. So we're going to go down and rescue him, and then I will cut back to when we are back on a normal track and not stuck. Alright, here we are on the normal track. We're sliding down a river on some kind of plank, kind of drifting raft. So, I screwed up here. I wasn't in the driver's seat when I was supposed to be. So, as my friends would say, you fucked it. So, here we are at death number 10. And that is the end of day 3 currently. we're gonna move on to day 4. We're almost done with the game. We're at the final stretch. So, yep, that's the end of day 3, and I will see you all on day 4. Alright, well that was the end of day 3. I did the best I could with what I remembered about the footage and playing the game, as it's been a while, and my memory doesn't always serve me the best. I'm pretty bad at remembering things, so I did my best. Out of my 3 hours of footage that I had for day 3, I only ended up using like 5 minutes of it. Not really all that much. There's still a lot of footage that's not used. It's pretty much just us driving around and stuff. But all the deaths are included, so we can keep having the death counter and stuff like that. So I'm gonna move on to day 4 now, which is pretty short. I only have like 4 or 5 clips from the hour and 20 minutes of day 4. So that is going to really be it. And after I'm done with that, I will pop back in and kind of just save you things, and then that'll really be it. Let's get into day 4. Alright, welcome to day 4, the final day of us playing this game. We are kind of about where we were before the waterfall death of the last clip of the last day. We're driving down to that point. We're gonna have a quick game of rock, paper, scissors here in a minute, just to pass time while we're waiting around. So I believe I win after a couple rounds, but it doesn't really matter. The emote function is very nice in the game. Here we are at the waterfall. This is what you're supposed to do, not hop out of the seat. You're supposed to stay in it and drive off that little ledge right there. This leads us to the presumed route to Route 65, whatever we're going to. That's a mine. I did not know that clip was in there. Apparently we're in a minefield now. Didn't know that. So that is going to be considered a death. Right there, that'd be death number 11. So yeah, and here we are going up a lift. I don't know where this lift leads. I know the rest of the footage after this is gonna be time lapse. It's the last like 20-30 minutes of the game of us being chased by a helicopter, and I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse that stuff now. Alright, that was most of the final stretch. We ended up having to pause because we were having connection issues. So here we are in the actual, like, final moments of running around in the RV until we get to the credits. So I'm gonna let this play at its regular speed, and I will pop back in when we are officially at the credit roll. See y'all then. Alright, well that was day 4. That's gonna be it for rvthereyet the movie. I'm gonna just go through, add some transitions and maybe some background music now. See what else I can do and make the video a little cleaner, a little bit crisper. But I'm gonna let the credits roll now as props and credits to the game devs who made the game. Give them some credit for making their game and it being good and stuff. So that's gonna be for now, and I will see you all next time I upload something. I guess maybe that'll be rvthereyet the movie 2 with the new map that's coming out the 16th. So I'm gonna let the credits roll now, and I will see you all next time.